Greetings, everybody. A good day, a good evening, a good night, whatever it might be on your end. These are the adventures of Unwin, the totally winnable. I didn't make up that name, the RNG did. So, we're going to be continuing basically where the last guy died off. I did do my best to retrain him a little bit. I didn't do the exactly same decisions that I did with my previous character, so this time we are running pyromancy instead of cryomancy, because I didn't feel like doing exactly the same. So, alright. I've been bending the techniques, and now I think everything should be in place. Alright, so while I was at it, I also made the world a whole big chunk bigger. So let's leave the let's leave this place, and the first thing that I want to do is I want to set up camp somewhere, claim a piece of land, just like the other day when I died. So, what are you? What that does? Not that interested. Many new plants have been added since the last time that I've been playing. It's pretty cool. So I figured that, look, this is the whole new brand new whole world. We're going to build our faction down here. So let's go for a tile that has a nice amount of question marks. This one looks good. Alright, so after that's been done, let's claim Iconia. Been doing that a couple of times. Let's if I die this time again, it's a bad luck charm, and I'll be never calling a place again like that. Anyways, so we're going to need a little bit of timber and a little bit of firewood. Got it. So, Iconia. Got enough resources. Let's head on over to the forests. Into the wild Grimwood we go. I think my floromancy isn't high enough yet, right? No. So, let's just gather up that firewood that we require. And keep spamming trees. So I learned something. Okay, I don't have an axe yet. Let's change that. I did find a big, bad greatsword, though, with almost no damage. Look at this beauty. 3 to 5 damage. Looking like the biggest weapon in the roster, but actually it's quite puny. Anyways, alright. So that did take care of the firewood. But how rich am I? 77 gold. I think we're going to plunder another place and order some goodies from the local dwarves that hopefully are not the completely illiterate type. Wolfies! Alright, for this guy I've been using my runes much more. You know, the enhancer runes. The ones that make the enemy go being on fire. The fun runes. Mediocre sim guy, hi there. Good. Happy to see you. So yeah, we're going to do our best to get ourselves some money going here. A suspicious hut. Alright. Let's learn some pole arms while we're here. I mean, I am not only a mage, I do like to be interdisciplinary. And while I'm whacking things with non-magic means, Also increasing my stat points, but I think this is too much of a tussle now. Alright. Sorry, Wolf, I'm actually just grinding my skills up on you. Alright, now we need to finish them off, though. Pyro +1, nice. Okay. Took a little bit much damage, so I'm falling back now to heal up. I heal up myself, so the wolves can't eat me. There we go. And recover the fatigue, and let's get back to the suspicious hut. Alright. Totally don't mind the wolves. Good source of experience for me. And money. I mean, technically not the best, but practically also not the worst. Right now I'm very, very much after increasing my non-magic skills, because killing things with my magical skills is not really much of an achievement. Alright. And my self-invented training regimen demands that I do use the skill points that I gain from weapons for strength. Oh well. Made up sort of a not so meaningful plan here. Alright, it's this place here. Okay. The good part about this place is that I can cook my meat. Lowers the weight of the whole stuff so much. Also gives us a bit of money for that stuff if we want to. Okay. So... oh, let's... is that a bed or... yeah, alright. Should help. Okay, downstairs is an enemy that I don't want to fool around with. We're going to give that guy a full-on cannonade of magic. There we go. It's the house owner, you see. Alright. Always comes with some nice loot, though. Alright, that flexible mask. We're collecting physical resistance here. But at the end of the day, the more physical resistance I got, abuse I can handle. A wasp, stinger, and a crystal piece. Well, it's not exactly flourishing wealth, but whatever. At least I got some really useful items here. Oh, maybe I can wear the robe, but I don't want to. Minus fire resist, minus frost resist. Poet, hey there. So sorry for not streaming Nine Kings today. I didn't feel like it. After learning it for the previous 5 hours yesterday, I wanted to have some nice hangout time tonight with Soulash. I hope you don't mind. I'm sure you don't. Glad you're around. Okay. I think my game might have just died. No, it didn't. The Dwarven City just seems to be quite a lot to be a lot loading pressure. So, show me your toolmaker's place. Oh, at height level 0. That's a pretty good one. Still looking for a city with a proper leather maker to make me some bags or something like that. We don't want to trade like that. We want to order only the finest of products, my friend. So, make me a hatchet and don't tell me you don't have materials here. Good, so bronze. I am intrigued. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add in some cedar wood. There we go. Ooh, I'm a little bit low on money on that, aren't I? Damage, acid, why not? I am making this sort of a real weapon because I want to level up my axe skills on this thing, so might as well have a nice swing behind it. I mean, a good chance is that I'll be just finding something much, much better around the next corner, but maybe not. Well, we don't know. So, let's see. We're gonna be selling off a lot of things for now. Yeah, Sim guy, that guy in the cellar down there, when you don't see him coming, and if you rely on physical ways and means of damage, this guy can wreck you hard because of the weakening spell that he can put on you. It's really, really scary. You lose too much of your strength and then you are in a very, very uncomfortable situation. So here we go, leather worker, -2. We'll take the trip though. Because a back or something like that would increase my carrying capacity, and seeing how much I suffer right now, it would be really, really useful. Oh, I accidentally must have walked over their place, but okay. So, apron, belt, cestus, fur pouch. Look, Mr. Wolf, you're good for something after all. We're gonna decorate you with some guano. Alright, so... there we go. Wait a sec. One of them is still making it. I was only hearing the clinkering there. Arvira. There we go. I mean, it's not terribly much. It's not a whole backpack or anything like that, but it is a start. And now the other chap should have been able to finish my pickaxe, or no, my hatchet. Pickaxe now. Next. For that one, though, I'll take the budget metals and the whole budget variant, simply because there is some... this is not really a fighting item. This is a money-making item. Waity, waity. There we go. So, I got a knife, I got an axe, I got a pickaxe. The only thing that I don't have is a shovel. But I don't even have enough money left, so let's leave this place. Bam. Alright, so now I can get back to my place and make myself a chest and unload my previous colonial goods. Let's call it colonial goods. It's much better than calling it plundered loot from helpless owl people. Maybe that's a little bit too graphic, isn't it? Alrighty, so let's see. Do you have trees in the plains, or do these come without trees at all? Questions. I got no clue. Sporadically is the answer. Choppy choppy. Let's drag that log until I'm athletic. Let's level up endurance and willpower. It's also very important things. 3? Let's sleep a while. Or can't do that until we hit 5. If you've watched the previous stream, you've seen me doing that already. But our friend Unwin hasn't had the experience yet. Alright, so now we're going to chop down that boy into proper planks. There we go. So, next step. Enter the place from here. So, because the game is always spawning you on the same spot. Do I have enough firewood on me? I don't. So construction does give stat points. Let's take strength. Carrying capacity is never gonna be going old. Anyways, so let's get rid of the many things that I want to store. I mean, I even got animals by now. These are kind of new. Alright, so that is really not much carrying capacity left over. Ugh. How to drag a lock? You hover over it and you press G. Either small g or capital G. I don't know anymore. The text box will tell you that you start dragging the lock when you did it correctly. Okay, pole fighting, level 3. We gotta level up our combat skills even further. My magic skills are already able to kill off so many things, but we need to be better at killing things in a regular fashion to gain more stat points, because that carrying capacity is a catastrophe. I mean, this is just really not feasible. Unacceptable. A rabbit hole. Nice. Hello, kitty cat. Rabbit holes usually have ores or something like that, and rabbits, which is also pretty good, because rabbits are not too dangerous, and they drop useful items, either ears or furs. And they obviously make perfect victims for my bullfighting. Wait a sec, did that really happen? This is lame. We're not going to do that. So I just discovered that I just could poke the spear into the dirt wall whenever the skill is off cooldown. Really hope that the dev will fix these exploits one day, because I really don't mind the learning by doing principle. It's just kind of like wrong if you can't just whack environment and gain XP for that. I did it once or twice to get past certain learning bumps quicker, but that was the moment when I knew it had to go for me, because it starts influencing me in a bad way. You know, I start growing bad habits out of that. An engraved greatsword. This run really tries to sell the greatswords to me. First I find a regular one, now I find an engraved one. We're gonna be playing that, don't you worry, game. So tonight we're gonna be much more careful than last time. Hey, some guy. Yeah, well, Age of Wonders 4 is nice and dandy, but I'm for one taking a break for now because I just played it a little bit too much. And the other thing is, yeah, Soulash 1 and 2. I am behind this game since a pretty darn long time already. Much love for it, yes. Okay, let's see what the desert has in store for us. I hope I can solve this place with weapons. Could be, though, that we need to spellcast a lot. Traveler's Camp. Alright. Are these hostile travelers? Yes, they are. Ah, brilliant. So we're going to pull these guys into their demise. Stab! My spear sucks. But I still want to use this thing as much as possible. Could summon some trees from time to time to get my floromancy going. But here we have the same issue as I have been stating up before. I find it rather boring to just do these things like that in such an exploitative manner. Stinging shirt. Nah, it doesn't come with physical resistance. I don't know. If it doesn't come with physical resist, it doesn't weigh much in my book. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Horned lizard. But I always try to have on my gear both things. Physical resistance and some other resistances. Alright. Let's do that Dance of Death one more time. Gotta say, this retreat stab thing is quite nice, isn't it? Guy has no chance, basically. The power of spears. Okay. At least this one we didn't kite that miles away. I mean, I could burn these guys with a handful of spells, no props. But I also need to get my stat points together. It's gonna be a lot more fun when we get to the real weapons. Dodge thrust. Nifty one. I like that one so much. Dodge thrust is for the moment when they get too close to you. But I just decided that we're just gonna whack their faces. They don't do too much damage. Certainly not enough to pierce through my resistances, so we're taking them down like that. But I do things a little bit more careful after my previous character died in such a horrible and avoidable manner. Yes, that's the word that I want to use. Alright. While I think pole arms scale with dexterity and not with strength, I still will use the incoming increase of skill for strength. Because I need the carrying capacity, not gonna lie. There we go. These horned lizards are great. They don't penetrate my armor at all, and I can easily grind up my pole fighting. I only have 2 more to go. That is sad. I realized that the slower I kill them, the more I can learn there. That's less exploity than just stabbing a dirt wall until you're great at spears. Too bad that they don't wear any shirts that give me proper stats. Oh, sorry, Mr. Lizard. I didn't mean to waste your precious bounty. Okay, so let's cook up our prey. And I didn't find the local chest yet, right? Eagle feathers. Electricity resist. Yeah. it's not really that wow effect behind it. It's not bad, sure, but... Anyways. Next step is to gather up as much money as we possibly can, and meanwhile leveling up our skills. So it's a total win in my book what we're doing right now. Oh, this place is Savannah, isn't it? Yeah, no. We're not going to go for the Savannah. I'm still interested in staying alive. Savannah is no good place to go. More troublesome locations? Ah, there we go. Need to stick to the small ones for now. Let's sleep until morning. I don't want to fight in the night. It's just so annoying to have such a small sight cone. Oh, berries. A fresh grave. There's the shovel. Good thing that I didn't craft one. Okay. So, another Hermits Hut. Nice. So that's been point number 10, no? No. It's been point number 9. Alright. Too bad. But that's gonna be working out as well. Mr. Picky here, on the other hand. These guys are way too hard-hitting in melee. Trying them out today, and they get through my armor too quickly. But I mean, that's what we got the whole magic for, right? Wiggly waggly. Just not attacking that thing. Just passing by. Now we're hitting it. Nice. Hey, Mr. Hermit. Because people are always the worst, we're going to go for that guy specifically. With magic. Okay. But that's been point 9, right? 10. Now I'm completely confused. You got me. Okay, so a shovel is a mace. Fantastic. But we're going to start with that greatsword. Felt like the game wanted me to use a greatsword recently. Hell yeah. So let's remove those spear skills. Nice. I mean, after the terrible spear / druid staff that I was wielding the whole time, it wasn't hard to receive a better upgrade, right? So there we go. At least this sword is just killing enemies nicely. This is really something that is a good thing about this whole situation. Let's just pick up those herbs. Way too much money to not to pick them up. Too heavy to pick up. Oh no. I don't really want to accept that. Are they that heavy? 0.10. Luckily, my character can eat as much as I order him to. Yes. If you ever have too much weight on yourself, just engorge yourself. A caught baby larva. That's really, really useful. Okay, let's get out of here. That's been a very, very successful haul this time. So, Dragonwell, what a cool name. Okay. I don't need the copper greatsword because it is much worse than the one that I'm wielding right now. We're also going to sell away all those berries because they're just very easy to replace with meat. I think those shoes might be a good keep though. Keeping the meat because we still need to cook it up. And 200 bucks. Not bad. Yeah, I don't wear any shoes right now. Good. So we're starting to get somewhere here. Let's leave the place and pilfer some more. Great. So this place is all savanna, so that's just bad news. Let's stick to the forests, and most of the forest locations are really easy to clear. And there's lots of good wood actually here too. It reminds me I should really spam some trees. Getting some extra levels in Floromancy is so useful. Floromancy has some of the most useful utility spells in my opinion. An old village with bears. Nice. An apron with terrible stats and a doorknob for the good electrical extra damage. So I have relatively bad feeling in going into direct melee with brown bears. So let's see, the magic doesn't work that well either. We're gonna be taking these bad boys quite as serious as we should. Oh boy, oh boy. Can only say the previous enemies were dying much faster. Catching fire much easier. 3 damage. But at least they don't seem to be speed-wise a big threat. I seem to be casually outrunning them. Oh yeah, Pyromancy plus. So yeah, 7 damage. And that's with all the gear that I'm wearing. I mean, I don't have the best armor in the world. Far from that. But it still shows me that these guys are very much able to kill me. If I give them the opportunity to. Easy location, by the way. I did count 4 of these bad boys. But I mean, on the plus side, we do find a lot of meat. And those furs, they're also quite worth something. But this game loves to fool you around when it comes down to difficulty levels. Okay. At least the larva things I can just smack up with my sword. But yeah, that's 4 bears at the very least. This guy's stacking up way more burn. Why? Don't know. Okay. Yeah, that's been one bear that I didn't kite very, very carefully. Or should I say, bearfully. Ugh. Why do bears provoke the pun parts in my brain harder than any other animal? Why do they provoke such unbearable urges? I really don't know. I do know, though, that they do provide a premium amount of loot. There's another one. Jeez. Alright. Easy location. I mean, I am happy that with all the magic that I got, I have relatively hard-hitting and easy solutions to the problem. Oh man, this game is so much fun. At least to me it is. Okay, let's see if we can find a fire pit in the old village. Another one. Brown Bear Central, man. We are burning him quite nicely, though. Cool. Yeah, I'm officially overloaded now. Look at the sheer amount of bears here, man. I'd be so lost if I wouldn't be armed with magic here. Okay. At least I am able to pilfer all the bursts or something like that. But I mean, whenever I kill one of them bears, I spot yet another one. Stop multiplying, dudes. Unfair. Punchag, Techno Will, hi dear. I bear greetings. I just can't stop. Okay, the bear made me do it. Good. So, let's see. That's another one down. Are we now finally done with the bears, eh? Yo, are you the last of your kind? Nice. Got the regeneration level now. It's really, really nice when Floromancy allows you to regenerate constantly. I mean, the regeneration isn't terribly strong or anything like that, but it does speed up your natural regeneration very, very nicely. You do notice the difference between having this and not having this eventually. Okay, bears. Are we done now? Do you have more of your kind? I mean, this is just the place where the fountain is at. Where's the actual old village? They did promise me a village, and what I got was just a small town square with a well. Whatever. Nine Kings is outright amazing. I wanted to stream it tonight too, but I was learning so much the recent day for my beginner's guide that I did. Just needed some change of pace today. I'm very sorry if you want to see the game. I will be featuring it very soon, promise. Just not today. I've been doing so many deck builders the last weekend and the time between. I really did need a break today. Well, Nine Kings definitely has the potential to be a game that is longer running, and what I really did enjoy is that I already made quite some nice progress. I've been hitting Prince difficulty without too much perks, without too many unlocks. I don't know how high the difficulty goes, if Prince is only the bottom line of the mid-tier. I have no clue where the difficulties end, and I surely don't want to spoil it myself if I can avoid it. Zenith, yeah, open world, sandbox, RPG. Roguelike if you want to. If you want it to be permadeath, it can be permadeath, but you don't have to do that. Atmospheric idea. How different is this game compared to Stone Shard? I never played Stone Shard, but so as far as I've heard things, since you don't have to play this game in permadeath mode, it respects your time a little bit more than Stone Shard, because I don't know if I'm wrong here, please correct me, but I heard that Stone Shard is always permadeath? I don't know though. I did shy away from Stone Shard always after reading the reviews behind the game, because it sounds like a game that doesn't respect my time well enough. And as much as I like time-consuming games, you need to find a good middle line, like RimWorld, for example. Okay, so we were selling our loot from the previous adventure now, and we're heading back out. I mean, do I have stuff that I want to drop at my home location? Not really yet. I mean, we need to grind out a terrible lot of money here right now, so might as well keep going. the general thing that I'm more after right now are the sword fighting skill points, though. And all the other useful skill points that we can acquire. Let's just hope that we're not going to fight another horde of bears. I had to magic them down. I heard something like that, Zelith, yeah. And when games don't let me save whenever I want to, they better have a really good reason to make that. Good example for this habit, Disgaea, for example. They have a, well, generally, many Japanese games have a good pacing of letting you only save when you are done with the most recent part of the gameplay, if you catch my drift. I like these. An Owlfolk village. Perfect. That's exactly what I need. These guys are the perfect victims of my great sword violence. You there, burp man. Damn. They're not really too resilient. Burp man. Stop running away from me. I am the enemy of your kind. I'm not really looting these guys because their loot is just a catastrophe. If you slaughter them, they don't even yield meat. They only yield bones and feathers. While feathers do have their value, I don't want to cluck up my inventory with these items. Oh, hello there, beautiful. Looks better than it is. Dang it. Resist fire -1, physical +2. Not better than this one. I was already getting excited. So, Mr. Bison, how dangerous art thou? Whoa, yeah, they smack. While they die quite quickly, so do I. They do have quite a valuable leather, though, so I'm gonna magic them down. This is one of the things I love about this game. Come on, Wormy. Not that. It's the fact that I can't play my character the way I want to. Okay. Bird wings on the ground allow me to gather feathers. Sure. Here goes. That's what I'm talking about. Getting the best of both worlds here. From Soundgarden, I really only know Black Hole Sun. It's the only song that I really have memorized forevermore in my brain from Soundgarden. Alright, well... would say we killed the place. I could now go and climb the trees and maybe I would be finding an owl person or two up there, but in all honesty, it's okay. The thing about these fellas is they don't really have any loot that you would want to have or keep. Well, Black Hole Sun, I think, is a very, very special song. I don't know much of the band. Or as far as I know, Soundgarden don't exist anymore. But I felt like it was very, very much capturing something of the 90s. Some very specific form of desperation. And, yeah. Very valuable piece of music to me. Maybe not the most nice topic, but yeah. Not the Hermit Hut. So if we go on like that, we do exterminate the local population of hermits entirely. Oh yeah, I can wrestle with the pigs. Nice. Just meant to try on out how well my armor protects me by now. Pretty good. Yeah. Poor suckers. There's bison. Still want to kill the guys because they just have too good loot on them. Hey, Wolfie. Here's another one of these. We're necromancy. +1. Hey, Mr. Wolf. Okay. We're not gonna go and kill the squirrels. I feel like I would be losing my path if I had to do so. Okay. Nice. This is another few bucks. Well, Techno-Will, the nice thing about Soulash 1 and 2 is that they basically are completely different games. Soulash 1 is a very classic villain game, where you go out there and try to kill the entire world. It is also way less random-like compared to this game. This game has a completely randomly generated world, whereas Soulash 1, the world is almost deterministic. Ooh. We need to sell off some stuff before we can go. No, there's neither story nor any prefabricated content in this game. Soulash 2 is entirely the story that you make out of it. By now, we can also make ourselves a faction and wage war and things like that. At least I heard so, because I haven't been there yet. It's pretty much the goal of these streams, to reach these parts. Okay. I found some new seeds, which is always nice. So I somehow doubt that the Mush people have fire. Which is a bit of a shame, because it'd be very helpful if I'd be able to shrink my meat, but whatever. Okay. 31 pieces of meat in my pocket. Yeah. Let's go for that Tundra Adventure. My water supplies are running a little bit low. So... Oh, white wolf. White fur? Nice, valuable. Tundra cavern. Okay. Yikes! Reindeer. Herding a lot. But I mean, I don't want to pretend as if I was not really seeing this coming. Probably want to learn necromancy on the side by doing these touch attacks as much as I can. There we go. No reason to let anybody escape here for no good reason at all. Okay. Sword fighting skill points keep coming. Let's see. 3 more. Then we're no longer able to learn anything out of that. Maybe I'll find something nice in the walls here. No. Oh. Well, in every technical aspect, Soulash 2 is the superior product. The dev has learned a lot between Soulash 1 and 2, and it's a very, very nice game. Frost Crystal. Eye patch. How useless. Okay, so let's visit these folks here. It's the bear people. Why are there bears everywhere today? Okay. So where's the fire pits, huh, guys? Don't tell me that you don't have meat cooking places. Oh boy, I hate cultures that don't have proper fire pits everywhere. These guys, I bet they have cooking places somewhere. But that somewhere... there are bigger NPCs. The biggest NPCs are on these locations here. I don't know if these cities have by now bigger and meaner NPCs. That I can't tell you. Okay, so let's head back home to Iconia. Our trip into the Eternal Ice was a little bit unfulfilling. Are you kidding me? It's not the direction. I want to enter now on... Thank you. Yeah. Later, when this place is a real city, we can tell the game where we want to spawn, but we are not there yet. Okay. Let's make ourselves our own campfire. So that whole food cooking thing is no longer a problem. Okay, 500 bucks. That's a nice start, but it's really not much more than a start. A few hours later. Okay. So, we got all that. A badger. Stay away from my chest, you filthy animal. fill up my water skins and keep moving. This one part, I think this game really doesn't need. The part where you walk manually out of a city. I really, really wish it wouldn't do that. Okay. Let's visit some other places. Further away from home. Okay, 3 more levels of sword fighting. I mean, the things that I'm currently harvesting, they aren't really worth much. Mostly do that because I like harvesting things. But on the other hand, it's easy earned money. And before you got a city that earns money for you, manually earning money is important and a little bit tedious. Oh, Mr. Hermit. Local madman with two-handed sword sighted. Nice. Yeah, I'm taking a little bit of damage, but it's not much. That's been point number 8. Okay. $90. Silver. Fancy. Okay. Yeah, nothing here left to plunder. Or, wait a sec, I haven't had the chest yet. Just realized. Oh, well, nothing too important. Okay. Oh, yeah. Let's do the ungrateful things here next. So. Jumping down somewhere hurts your ankles and trains your athletics. So we're now gonna be hurting ourselves. Until my athletics are better. There we go. Very important to do this, sadly. Otherwise, you lack a few skill points here. Okay. Worst part is that you really gotta be careful that you don't accidentally kill yourself. I mean, I don't know if the game would let you kill yourself, but I'd be surprised if not. In short, if I don't pay attention well enough, I am able to kill my character. Which I somehow don't want. Weird. Okay, that's been Athletics 8, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Okay. Ugh, I hate this a little bit. I mean, the logical answer would be, then why are you doing it? But my response is there is sadly no real better way of training athletics to that at that point. Now I can't train it elsewhere, because now I got sprint, which increases my movement speed and happens to train athletics. All right, finally. I don't enjoy leveling up my character like that. Not at all. Okay. A suspicious hut. 2 more sword fighting levels. That's number 9. Okay, only 1 more point to go. Then we can swap the weapons and sell away all the swords that we then find. Well, athletics, you have to level it first a little bit weirdly, and then you can just use the regular learning by doing mechanics, exactly. Methane. Mechanics then, as with all the other parts of the game. But your starting skill points on athletics are really no joke to gather, sadly. As you just saw. It's a good game of stop hurting yourself. Why are you hurting yourself? Still hurting yourself? Have you finally learned enough of hurting yourself? Why are you still hurting yourself? Stop hurting yourself. And then you're eventually finally done. nice bunch of cooked meat on me. Now let's go downstairs and fry that nice young person. Hell yeah. Or intelligence. Yeah. I got a weakened body spell on me. But that doesn't stop me from hurting you. Nice. Well, the pine dart is luckily worth something. The rest of these items are shamefully worthless. Okay. Wonderful. I got quite a lot of carrying capacity by now. Alright, we got that sword fighting part done. And time for the hatchet. Or, tell you what, since the hatchet is actually a sort of a grateful weapon, we're gonna be shoveling for him now on. So let's remove the sword fighting skills. Sprint is going to sit here. There we go. Oh, hello there. Oh, dang it. It's limestone. There I was already assuming we found some treasure. Limestone is not bad, don't get me wrong here, but as the name implies, it's stone. It's heavy, and therefore not really fun to harvest the bigger amounts. It's not really terribly heavy. The game luckily doesn't take things that serious. KVN village, alrighty. Down you go, Burpman variant. Okay. That's a pretty lethal shovel. Not gonna lie. Ooh. Bone septons. Copper pistol crossbow. Is that a new... Got no new skill for that, alright. So, they're not really better than my shoes. Not substantially enough better. That's been it, okay. So I'm slowly getting lured now into the false feeling of being able to deal with the next more difficult locations. But I do know that I am not. Luckily I did die often enough now to no longer make that mistake. Orc City. Troll City. Sorry. So you guys, you got marble blocks, guano, and you're selling it very, very costly. You surely are trolls. Okay, so the meat is only worth 200 bucks. That's harsh. But at least I got other items. Wait a sec. The pouch? Shouldn't I be wearing that? Need to check back on that. Yay, my first $1,000. Yeah, for some reason I must have double clicked it. Okay. So I'm done with polearms and with swords. We're now picking up maces, then we're going to go for axes, and then for daggers. So there's still a lot of weapons left to go for. Way. That's a lot of locations. Nice, nice. I mean, at the end of the day, I am currently mostly after money and things I can grind my skills higher at. There goes mace fighting. Oh yeah, we got ourselves a shield now. It's also very, very valuable. So why is there a troglodyte fighting for the Cavians? Just asking. Ooh, copper bracers. Why not? I mean, they aren't, again, the best material. It's just a physical resistance +1. But it is also a pretty nice little thing to just stack upwards. Is that all? Ugh. Some locations are just not the same as others. Yeah, well. Okay. Oh man, as much as I want to stay longer, I know that I can't stay that much longer because the exhaustion is getting me. Ooh. You hear that? Nice. All right. Oh, we're I bet that these guys again have some disarming skills. Okay. Skill points. Considering the fact that I'm fighting with a shovel, things are going honestly pretty good. Okay. Just picking up some of their tastier items here. Copper chainmail pants. Now we're talking. Physical +3. That's the real deal. Okay. So, my good friends, as much as I wanted to stay for at least 20 minutes or so longer, I'm gonna be going for today. Thanks everybody for hanging out, and we're gonna be back as soon as I can. Thanks for a good